The new YouTube community guidelines, how do they affect you and your channel? That's what we talk about today. Here we go. Hello and welcome back to another video. I'm Alan Spicer, your YouTube certified expert. If you're looking to start a YouTube channel, grow your YouTube channel, or push your brand out there to the second largest search engine on the internet, click subscribe. Start creating. As of early this week, February 19th, 2019, YouTube have announced that there are now new community guideline protocols. Community guidelines are the things that keep you in your box and keeps the community safe, and it is not anything to do with the copyright system that many people have already complained about up till this point with abuse and counterclaims. Now in this breaking news kind of sitting down style format, I'm going to try and pick through the community guidelines, the new community guidelines with you, and give you examples of how that might affect you compared to what it used to do. Now you normally get a community guideline strike when you've done something that is outside the best interest of the community. Whether it's a thumbnail that's a bit too risque, whether it's a video that is off topic, too dangerous, or too adult in focus. Maybe your content happens to be extreme, maybe your content happens to have too much blood, guts and gore, maybe it's too sexual without it being educational. In the past, what would happen is they'd come along, they'd find your content, someone would report it, or the system would automatically flag it, and you'd get a slap wrist. Bad boy. This slap wrist, depending on what type of channel you happen to have, could just be a learning curve, or could completely destroy your business model. So let's say you happen to be what culture pro wrestling and you got a community guideline strike, and that then meant you couldn't live stream anymore. That would kill your live stream business when it comes to pro wrestling on the YouTube platform. Or you're a vlogger, you did something wrong, the thumbnail was a bit risque, you got a slap wrist, and nothing really happened on the first strike. On your second strike, within a 90-day period, you would have your channel frozen for 2 weeks. This would basically mean that you can't upload, download, or interact properly for 2 weeks, but after 90 days, it would roll off, and after 2 weeks, you could still upload. And the third strike, you're out. Now, under the new system, you kind of get a little bit more leeway, and the slapped wrists are a little bit more predictable. You'll now get one straight off warning. This is something that they understand, that you don't go out of your way to deliberately upset the YouTube community. So your first one will be like a naughty, careful, don't do that again, have a look at what you're doing. Kind of like you got off scot-free, but you've got to learn. Now once you've had your warning, you can appeal that warning if you feel it's unfair, and if it is rescinded, so if the appeal wins, then you do have the right to yet another just straight off slap on the wrist warning, like a careful, in future. If you feel that it was unjustified that you got your first careful, stop it, yellow card type thing, then you can roll that back, and if you're successful, you'll get another chance. If you don't, it sits on your account and it's already told you, be careful. The first actual strike will now actually see restrictions in your channel. To be more specific, they will limit most features for an entire week. No live stream, no uploads, no custom thumbnail changes, no interaction in your community tab. Very, very limited. Basically, it's like you've been put on the naughty step for an entire week. Now, after 1 week, you're back to normal, the strike remains on your account, and then it takes 90 days to roll off. But if you get a second strike within 90 days, it Lego bricks on top. So the second strike means that you'll be restricted for 2 additional weeks. No uploading, no live streams, no community tab, just your channel would be frozen from additional content. Original content would still be there, so you'd still be able to get views and stuff like that, but it would give you 2 weeks to have a look, check, tweak, you know, maybe pivot if you feel that your content is actually inappropriate for the community. Once again, you can appeal. If you appeal and you are successful, it rolls back down to 1 strike, and then you still have 90 days. Once again, you can always appeal, and you'll always have an appeal screen. It will always explain why you've had this strike. Hopefully it's going to be a little bit more clearer than it used to be. We'll find out, and I'm sure I'll make a video that says how to appeal these going forward. And 3, if you get 3 strikes, they have the right to terminate your account. In some cases, it's even automatic. They'll just strike you off. Of course, if you feel this is unfair, you can appeal, and if it is true and it is unjust, they will reinstate your channel. But by this point, you need to have learned. They're only going to be issuing community guideline strikes if you're doing stuff you really shouldn't do. So focus on this. Now, I personally think that it's a good change. It's kind of even, no matter what, whether you get a community guideline strike because of your playlist or your thumbnail or your content or your comments or your backlinkings, you'll get the same slap wrist than anybody. So it teaches people that no matter what, these are the 3 rules, these are the 3 hoops, these are the things that you have to adhere to. There's none of this, well, you know, he did that wrong with a playlist, but she did it with a thumbnail and her channel got banned. It's now all even. It's them updating, it's also them protecting themselves. If they can tighten it and make it easier for you to understand, then it should be easier for them to enforce, but we'll see. So what do you think about the new YouTube community guidelines rules? Are you looking forward to them updating the copyright laws, or are they waiting for the Article 13 thing for that to happen? Please leave a comment down below. If you need help with the existing community guideline strike system until this one kicks in on the 25th, there are videos here on how to appeal, and the classic mode will still be around for a month or so those are still viable. And remember, go out there, start creating.